this video, I'm going to be going through Amazon KDP and AI. Should you be worried in today's age where, this is now available? This is something that a lot of people are using. Is the business going to get too saturated now with the fact that, the speed and the ease of the creation of books is now a lot easier due to things like ChatGPT, Midjourney, Dibbly, etc. All these things. And, on paper, at first glance, it's a pretty good question. And you honestly might be worried, but when you actually do a deep dive here, look into the business and understand the business for what it is, it's really nothing to worry about at all, in my opinion. I think it's also just a bit of a scapegoat for people to not actually commit to the business, and not go ahead and put in the actual work, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a business and it requires a lot of thought and a lot of work outside of just creating books. Okay, so if AI came out maybe 10 years ago in this business, then I would probably definitely be worried, because back then you could publish pretty low quality books and make a shit ton of money, right? So it didn't really matter how your approach really in terms of like marketing, reviews, it wasn't that serious. You could get away with a book with 10, 20 reviews. You didn't really bother about trying to take it to the next level in terms of this project. For sure, I can see where there would be a problem there. But in 2025, you need good books, you need a good plan. There's a lot more to publishing than just creating the book, right? Creating the book is about 20% of the process. Outside of that, still need to pick a good keyword. Still need to know and smash it with that in terms of picking the most profitable keyword possible that's actually getting searched and actually has a market. You need to know how you're going to differentiate yourself from the crowd, right? You need to fucking do your customer research, find your customer problems, find how you're going to beat all of your competition, provide more value in your book, do all these things to create a really good book. You still need to invest highly in a very good book cover, which a lot of people don't want to do. One of the most important things, right? That's not going to be done with AI yourself. Then you've got the ability to get reviews. Super, super important. Probably the second most important thing. Can't really help you in terms of AI. You need to know and get at least 100 reviews and be able to do that for each of your books. And then outside of that, the launch, the marketing, the running the ads. AI isn't going to run this business for you. It's only going to help you and hold your hand and speed up the process. So, if some guy's out there publishing, books with AI and he doesn't know the business, he doesn't know how to run it properly and actually build something real here, I'm not worried about these people. They're going to be on the second page, the third or fourth page for that keyword. I'm not even going to see them in terms of my competition who I'm going to be competing with. So all in all, guys, my answer to this question, if you're worried about AI and it taking over in this business, I wouldn't be worried at all. There's a lot more to this business outside of just, creating the book itself. Use AI to your advantage, don't get me wrong. Super, super good thing to have now. It's going to make this business more passive than it ever even was. Obviously speed up the process, but there's still much to do outside of that. So, that kind of answers my question when it comes to this. I think it also links to the fact of people being scared about competition, people being scared about things getting harder, right? If it's getting harder for you, it's getting harder for every single other person, right? So it's a good thing. Wherever there's a difficult step or something's happened, you're worried about it, it's always a good thing, because if it's happening to you or you're worried about it, everyone else is worried about it. If their mindset isn't tip top, 10 out of 10, and they're running out, an average mindset, guess who's going to give up first? Obviously that person. So, that's the way I look at it. I try to be optimistic about it, because, looking at the negatives, looking at the downsides, it's not going to do you any favors, right? And I genuinely do believe that this is not a downside at all in terms of the whole competition thing, in terms of the whole AI thing. I wouldn't even be thinking about it. I'd be focusing on how you can build an actual business here, create a good product, provide value to your customers and market as best as possible. That's it. So that covers everything I want to speak about, guys, in terms of this situation. If you have any questions about it, obviously leave it in the comments below. See you guys in the next video. Peace.